hurts and I'm going to complain.
Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome to my channel. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room. I'm with my husband Ryan.
Yes,
and if you missed the last couple videos, I am actually in Cleveland. We're in Cleveland for just a pretty chill week-long vacation. We wanted something relaxed this year, and it's currently Wednesday. We're halfway through the vacation when I'm filming this, and it has been very
Today's Thursday.
nice so far. Oh my gosh, it is Thursday. Just kidding.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. Yeah, we're halfway through the vacation. We still have 3.5 days left. So figured I'd split the vlog into 2 parts. And if you did miss the first part, definitely make sure and look back on that, as well as the things that I thrifted while I was here in Cleveland. But we are gonna get up to some fun stuff today. It's actually 12:30 and we haven't left the hotel room yet. Ryan had some work to do. I read like 3/4 of a book, and yeah, that's just kind of how it's been. Very chill, very go with the flow. But we are about to go get some, it was gonna be brunch, but now it's just full on lunch.
Yes.
So we're gonna go get some lunch, and then we are gonna head to a couple different beachy parks. So it should be a fun day.
Fun.
Maybe I'll get a little bit of a tan or a horrible burn. We'll see.
I already have my farmer stand going, if you can see.
But all right, let's go get some lunch.
let's go to the beach. Let's go somewhere.
For brunch, or really lunch, we went to a place called The Kitchen. Nothing really remarkable, but they did have all-day brunch, which I love. I got a scramble, and Ryan got, you know, just the classic. Then we headed over to Headlands Beach State Park, which is pretty much the main beach area, I feel like, in Cleveland. It was really, really nice and relaxing. I think the beach is about a mile long, and it wasn't extremely hot by any means. I was a little bit chilly, actually. Ryan was still hot, but we had a really nice time sitting by the water. Hearing the waves come in is so relaxing, and I could definitely sit out there all day if it was a little bit warmer. I did spend a good bit of time reading this Kate Atkinson book. I really, really enjoyed it. After our time at the beach, we headed over to the Headlands Dunes State Nature Preserve, which was right next to the beach. You can see that it's a really wooded area, and I really like this trail because you started out in the woods, and as you kept walking, you ended up by the water, and we saw a really pretty view of a lighthouse. So I just really enjoyed this time, although there was a creepy man following us, so that kind of put me off a little bit from the enjoyment of the hike, but it was really, really nice and would highly recommend. I mean, look at these views. If I was a painter, maybe I'll become a painter just to paint these views because they are gorgeous. After our time at Headlands, we headed over to Pickle Bill's, which is one of the more popular spots, I think, in the Mentor area by the water. I was hoping we'd be able to sit outside, but it was kind of dead, so I think they just put us inside because that's where the waitress was, but we still had some nice views. And we both got soup. I don't really know why this is in slow motion, but very dramatic. We both got soups, and thankfully Ryan had the foresight to go out. He went a little bit quicker than this. He went out to the car to get the most important thing to us, which is Lactaid when eating any dairy products. Definitely saved the day. But the soup was really, really good. He got the lobster bisque. I got the clam chowder. Would recommend. And then I spent most of the rest of the day editing and reading, and Ryan played some games and got some work done. Hey guys, it is Friday. I feel like I didn't talk at all to the camera directly yesterday, but I don't know. The last few days have been a little bit strange. We're just going with the flow as much as possible because it has been very rainy. It's currently rainy right now. We came to this park, actually back to the James Garfield historic site, to walk around a little bit before our lunch, which is going to be a cute little afternoon tea. Very excited about it. But there's really not a whole heck of a lot to do where we are when it's raining without spending a bunch of money, which we'd rather not do. And we kind of did all that stuff at the beginning of the week, like going
when it
to
was
the
supposed
museums.
to rain and it said it was going to rain.
Yeah,
and then it
then it didn't. So We're just trying to kind of go with the flow, but we've had a lot of downtime. I've read, I think, a book and a half, and I brought another one because hopefully this afternoon we'll go back to the beach that we were at yesterday and just kind of chill out for a couple hours and get a tan. Ryan got a sunburn. He never gets burned. Ooh, look at that burn. Yikes. And I did not get burned because I wore sunscreen.
I never burn, but I have a real bad farmer's tan.
Yikes.
And it roasted my arm. And then I got burned on my thigh. I hate getting burned. It never happens. And when it does, it's not fun.
It happens to me every year.
I don't like it.
How pale I am? I did get a little tan yesterday, though.
Yeah, actually.
The slightest bit tan I got.
I don't know if the camera will show it, but I got a pretty good tan on.
Oh yeah, you can see that. Mine's about that bad actually. But hopefully you'll see some clips of us walking around here. I think the rain is easing up. It's like a drizzle. Stopped. And then we're gonna go have some tea, and then we'll see what the afternoon holds. Hopefully it won't rain. We can go to the beach.
But no rain, go away, coming in another day.
Yeah. If you saw the last video, you know that I talked about James Garfield's house. We toured it, so I won't repeat myself, but would recommend. Very, very pretty, very nice.
I'm sunburned.
It hurts, and I'm going to complain.
After our walk around Garfield's property, we went over to Sister's Tea Room, and the building itself was so adorable. I do have a tea room by me here in Columbus, but it's not this cute. It's just a normal building. So I just really loved the atmosphere. It was absolutely adorable. And believe it or not, Ryan did have a nice time here. After our tea, we went back to Headlands to sit by the water. It was really beautiful, a little overcast, and very, very windy.
Hey, Cody, what's up?
Again, spent my time mostly reading, and this is really interesting. So very glad that we went on Friday and not Saturday, because on Saturday they actually had this huge event where they tried to break the record for most kites flown simultaneously, and these clips are from a local news source. I was not there on that day, but they did not break it, but still looks like it was a pretty fun time. Friday evening, we did go to this really cute restaurant on the water, Sunset Harbor Bar and Grill, and surprisingly, there were not really a lot of options of places like this where you could sit by the water, and I was really surprised by that because I just feel like there was a lot of missed potential, but this place was really cute. It was kind of like bar food, so nothing too amazing, but I would still definitely recommend. We got the fish tacos and didn't realize that they came with cabbage on them, and unfortunately neither of us can eat cabbage, so we didn't really eat very much, but still good. Still would recommend. The vibes were there. When we got back, we did spend some time just sitting outside by the pool, which was not filled yet. They were going to fill it on Memorial Day, which makes sense, but it was nice. And then later that night, we did go to see Downton Abbey. Very good. The next morning, Saturday, we drove over to Willoughby, which is a really cute town. I definitely could have spent more time there, but we went to this lookout area. Very, very beautiful, very peaceful. At this point in our trip, we really were just kind of ready to relax. We weren't really interested in doing too much on this day, so we just sat by the water, and the sound of the waves were just so unbelievably relaxing. Ryan did find me this sea glass, which I guess this color is the rarest, so I might try to have it made into a necklace. After that, we drove to the North Chagrin Reservation. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but I really, really loved this. There were so many trails, so many things to do. The only bad thing on this particular day was that it was extremely humid because it had been raining before. It was about to thunderstorm later that evening. So we didn't stay too long, mostly because I was like going to die from the humidity. My German blood could not take it. But we had a really nice time, and we actually drove to this other part of the reservation where they had this castle structure. You guys know me by now. I was like, castle? I'm there. So we went and walked around there, and it's like a modern day castle. This guy kind of just built it on the property because he thought it was cool and like same life goals. So we walked around in there a little bit, and yeah, it was just really fun. There were a lot of people taking pictures in there, and there was a hiking trail right off of the castle area, so we just did a quick little walk. Again, probably would have walked longer, but I was just so overheated, honestly. And we did see some people LARPing. That was fun for them. And then we drove back to Mentor, right where our hotel was, and we went back to Azteca because the food was just really, really good, just as good the second time. Then I spent most of the afternoon reading. I took a really nice nap, and that was mostly because it thunderstormed all afternoon. But we were both totally fine with chilling out. All right, it has been several hours since I last filmed anything. We haven't really done anything this entire afternoon after we went to lunch, which was delicious. Ryan just turned the light off. We're gonna go with it.
Do you want to turn the light on? Is it better with the light on?
Just for a second. Yeah, that's better. We have just been hanging out. I've been reading a lot. By the way, Kate Atkinson, one of my new favorite authors, so good. Ryan's been playing his video games and stuff, but it's been super rainy out. I'm glad we got some hiking in earlier today because yeah, we've been laying around all afternoon. I took a really nice hour-long nap, and it is now 7 o'clock, and we're actually gonna go see Cinderella, like a live performance. I'm not sure if it's a musical actually or a play, but it should be really nice, and this is actually gonna be our last hurrah. We originally were going to stay until tomorrow, Sunday, but it's only 2 hours and a bit home, so we're just gonna go home tonight. That way we can have all day tomorrow to kind of get ready for the week, go to church at our home parish, and do all that stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to get a few clips of where we're gonna go see the show, but I will check in with you guys tomorrow to show you what we ended up getting from the trip. Do you wanna say goodbye? Hopefully I'm not actually this red. I look very red on camera.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now. Okay guys, it has been a few days, almost a full week actually, since Ryan and I have been back from Cleveland, and we really did have such a wonderful time. If you guys watched both these vlogs, I'm sure you could tell that like the first half of the week, the first vlog, we were doing a lot more kind of, I don't know, filling the day with museums and things like that, and then the second half, this vlog, was a lot more relaxing, like hanging out by the water, chilling out in the hotel room, reading. You guys didn't see that obviously, but that's kind of how the trip went for us, and I think that worked out really nicely. to do a lot of the relaxing on the back end of the trip because we came back really refreshed, and I don't know, sometimes these like real simple vacations end up being my favorite, and at least this year it was what Ryan and I really needed. And nobody asked, but if you want to know probably my top 3 favorite things from this trip, it would probably be Garfield's house, just because I love seeing any old house, and I just loved the look of Garfield's house in general, and the property was really beautiful. And we got a private tour. It was just me and Ryan and the park ranger, and she showed us all around the house. We were able to ask questions and hear all about the history of Garfield and the house in general. And they had so many original pieces because it's not that old, it's like a little over 100 years old. So like I said in that first vlog, if you do enjoy history or old houses or learning about presidents, you know, whatever, I would recommend going to Garfield's house. It was completely free. That was wonderful. Some of those tours are not, but that one was free. So it was just a really nice way to spend a few hours. We did also have lots of good food, and it's hard to choose the best, but Scooters was just like exactly what you want from a place like that. Very nostalgic feeling, very cozy. It's a very popular place, was crowded when we went there. The food was good. Sometimes you go to a place like that and it's like really greasy and gross, but honestly the hamburger I got when I was at Scooters was top 5, and that was in the first vlog if you missed it. But rivaling that, although very different, was Sister's Tea Room. I had a great time, and believe it or not, Ryan did have a good time at the tea room as well. Just very quaint and cozy, and I love going to places like that and Scooters rather than just going to like a generic chain. And I also really enjoyed the beach, although I wouldn't say it was anything necessarily remarkable, but obviously for Ohio, being in Ohio where we're not close to the ocean, you felt like you were really at the ocean beach. So if you live in Ohio and you want like just the feel of going to the beach, I think that is a wonderful, wonderful place to go. But just for me personally and what I like, I preferred the hiking, going to the North Chagrin Reservation, I believe is how you say it. I enjoyed that a little bit more. I always love to hike around, and that was a really nice park. There were many, many different places to hike, all different kinds of trains, different things to look at, so I would recommend that. But it's really hard to choose just the top few. I really, really enjoyed the entire week and really everything we did. And so now I will show you what I got. I only got things actually from the Sister's Tea Room. So when I go on a trip, when Ryan and I go on a trip, we like to get like a souvenir that is not really a souvenir, you know what I mean? Like it's something that will be useful to us, but when we see it, when we use it, it will make us think of that trip. I did also want to go to the Cleveland Candle Company, which I guess is pretty well liked, pretty well known, obviously in the Cleveland area. And there was a store like really close to our hotel, and I intended to go there a few times and I just kind of kept forgetting. So I wanted to get a candle, didn't get a candle, but I did get some things, like I said, from the tea room. So first I did of course get a tea. This was actually the kind of tea that I got when I was there. I figured just go with the one that I knew I liked. This is the Berry Berry. It's caffeine free, which is always good for me. But yeah, I figured I could not go there and not get some tea. So they were selling most of their teas as well as some that were not on the menu, but they also had some like random things as well. I don't know if they were from other vendors or if they actually went to like estate sales and thrift stores and things like that and found things that they thought just like kind of went with their vibe. Because I got this frame and oh my gosh, I love it. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, if you've seen any clips of my house over the last couple of years, you know I really, really do love not only vintage decor, but also gold. So if I can find gold vintage stuff, I mean, I'm sold, I'm gonna buy it. And I thought this frame was just so, so pretty. And actually, as I'm looking at it, I'm not 100% sure it's actually vintage. I think it's probably 20 years plus, which is vintage, but I don't think it's like super old, but it definitely has that look. And it's really adorable. Definitely going to put it in my office and find a cute picture to put in there, but I couldn't not get this. I can find a lot of my frames at thrift stores, but when I see one that's like really, really perfect, I'm willing to pay. I think I paid like 10 bucks for this. And then the last thing I got is actually this cup and saucer. And I wasn't originally gonna get this because I was thinking, oh, where am I gonna put it? But I am going to plan to have at least one of my cupboards be more open, so I'm gonna put all my really pretty dishes and glasses in there, and I thought this would be absolutely perfect, and this is something I think I would have pretty much forever. I love these colors. They go with my house very well. They've got the blues and the golds and the whites and the pinks, and this is in great shape. I wasn't gonna get it if it was all chipped up, but it looks really, really good. So I was really happy to get this. So that's everything I got on the trip. We did, of course, like spend money on experiences and things like that. So I didn't want to go too ham with buying actual things, but like I said, I really had a wonderful time, and if you are not from Ohio but are like from surrounding states, I would definitely recommend Cleveland for like a long weekend trip. I think it's a very doable city for that. But you also can find enough to do for a full week, especially if the weather is a bit nicer than we had. But if you like this video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. And if you like these little vlogs, let me know and I will go ahead and do more. I really love to travel, Ryan likes to travel, and we will hopefully be doing more like overnights and long weekends throughout the rest of the year so we can kind of explore all the different towns in Ohio and just the surrounding states. But thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.